Hello students, last 4-5 days we have been discussing on strategic cost management different topics. So you might be following for that. If need be, you can recapitulate from the description box those links given. So today we brought a new and important chapter under the strategic cost management, that is supply chain management. This is a commonly used term in today's market and marketing. What does that supply chain management and how it reduces the wastes and costs, that we have to understand. You see that under this supply chain management, we will not only restrict with procurement of raw material to inbound logistics and production processes. So we will go beyond that. After this production process is there, we will be going for the outbound logistics and services also. That means entire your process, right from your procurement till distribution and going further this after sale services also. So how this chain continues and how this total operation process gives you the efficient management of your operations vis-a-vis your distribution channel. You see that today's the global market, how these multinationals and foreign companies, they are the main players in the market, particularly in your that electronics item. So that we'll understand in our subsequent chapter. Now let us discuss on the issue, what does that supply chain management depicts and what are its functions. Supply chain, how it starts? It starts with the extraction of raw materials, then it comes to vendor to manufacturer productions over distributor, retailer and consumer. You see that manufacturer to consumer you cannot go directly, you have to go through retail, distributor and retailer. That we will discuss one by one. You see, now we will understand that what does that supply chain concept means. Supply chain refers to the entire gambit of linkages in the manufacturing a product or rendering a service. Entire gambit of linkages, all the chains, all linkages from production to distribution state. It will be your product or service also, because service also it is the same way, it will route through. Then stages of supply chain. What are the stages with the supply chain? This thing, as we have discussed earlier, you must be remembering for that. What is the Porter's value chain? That same concept is applicable here in your supply chain also. Why or how? You see that inbound logistics also it is applicable. Inbound logistics, what is its role? You have to procure the material and store it. Then your operations, manufacturing processes. Outbound logistics, your godown, your distributor, retailer channel and services, that is your after sale services. You see that as you have been talking regularly, once you have sold the material, your duty as a supplier is not over, because these are lifelong relations. What we technically call, this is a strategic partnership. So this is the basics of these things. Now we will have to go little bit deeper on this issue, how this supply chain management functions and operates. You see, under your supply chain management, you have to all the links you have to identify. Then you have to design. Then you have to assembly. Then your delivery of a product. You see that, like the concept of any general management or other specific management, here also some strategy you have to follow. It will not go or run automatically. Our basic objective is to reduce wastage and rather minimize of the same. So same thing, all links you identify, you have to design it, and assembly and delivery of the product. So these things you have to identify first, then only your operations will be successful. Now next stage it is coming this way. Your that vendors supply the raw material, that is the starting point. Supply the raw material. Producers produces the product. The product, say finished goods, right? Next it is that warehouse functions is that warehouses store the goods, distribution centers picks up and deliver that products. Then next is your retailer, online and in store, bring the product to you. See, you see that vendors supply the raw materials, producer produce the finished goods, warehouses stores the goods, distribution center picks up and deliver the product, and retailer online or in store sell. See, this is also a chain process. So if this chain process functions properly and systematically and within time, how your wastage will be reduced? See, that will be coming stage by stage, wastage will be reduced. So today's that competitive market, your supply chain management is very, very vital for your reduce of waste, and you are to cost advantageous in comparison to your competitors. Now let us go to the maximum process. You see that cost reductions in other way, you are to value creation, maximize value from all the activities. See, you see that value concept, how it is coming. Suppose one job you can produce in 10 minutes or you can produce in 2 minutes, right? So if you produce in 10 minutes, and if you produce 2 minutes, both are not the same. You see that cost reductions is rather your value creations other way around. Unless and until you produce in timely or you distribute in timely, that means your production process or distribution channels, all wastages will be there. You understand that market will never stand still. If your customers do not get the material in time, they definitely, today's days is the open market, they will go to the second person. So that is the concept of maximize value from all activities, right from your procurement of raw material till production, storage, distribution, and finally go to the retailer. So all these processes we have to understand for this thing. How the maximize value? Get the product better, faster, and cheaper. You see that today's market, if you see that all these people, we should not take the name of the brand. If you cannot go to the market, you can order online, and certain organizations are there on your surroundings areas of your residence. Immediately within a period of 5 to 10 minutes, that products are coming to your place. Why this concept is there? Because see, your need and at the same time your need satisfaction. Suppose you could not go to the market to bring that particular X item, and those players are moving on the way, because who will be going faster, he can capture the market. That is the basics. So this is the value addition. Suppose if you place the order, say you have to prepare tea, you do not have sugar right now. So within a 5 minutes, you have to prepare the tea. And if within that period of 5 minutes, your sugar comes to your place, then only you will be able to make the tea, as maybe the visitors are waiting in your place. So this is a chain reaction. How we will value the concept? Concept is that this right time, right thing is available. Otherwise, what is the concept of value? Then wastage will come. And once you satisfy your customer, definitely he will value you. And at the same time, this process itself will create the value. Now we will understand that how this multinational company, especially that electronic goods companies, globally, how they produce and how they supply the material to you on the right way. LCD panel fabricators caters in South Korea. We are taking some examples. LCD panel fabricators in South Korea. Number 2, semiconductors manufacturers in Taiwan. And your television assembly plants in Mexico. See what we are talking about: LCD plant fabrication in South Korea, semiconductor manufacturers in Taiwan, and television assembly plants in Mexico. All these organizations, what they do? These global players, what they do? Number one, collaborate across time zones and oceans. What for? To decrease costs and increase performance. What way? This way? To decrease cost and increase performance and collaborate across. These are the concepts or linkages or joint effort. Ultimate result will come. No single company ever could. So this is the increased performance this way. So this way these organizations are functioning and distributing through their different channels, and globally they are doing the business. So this is the concept you have to understand, this marketing concept. You see that now we have to go little bit some other way concept for this thing. What are the supply chain strategy? What are supply chain strategy? See how what are the supply chain strategy? See, you are to corporate strategy to be defined. See, unless and until your corporate level, this strategy, supply chain strategy is defined, it will never function. You see that? You might be thinking so many things, but you have to define and design and percolate the down the level to the all functional areas. Then only it will be working for that. So this is very important, because you are doing something tomorrow onwards, everything will be streamlined in your organization. It not like that. You have to work and plan for that. Strategy is nothing but a one part of plan also. So what is that thing? Here one common views they are telling that we aspire, we desire to reduce waste in our supply chain activities. What way it will come? To support the company's strategies. Company strategy to be a cost leader in the market. See, we aspire what to do these things. You have to reduce waste. Number one, very important. Supply chain activities to support the company's strategy, and ultimately your main purpose, you become the cost leader. What does mean the cost leader means? You should be in cost advantageous position in comparison to your competitors. We have been discussing this concept in different angles. Ultimately, you are to be the cost beneficial positions in comparison to others. Then only you will be in the competitive market, you will stay, no? So otherwise it will not be there. So reduction of waste also. So reduction of waste, how it comes? If you have to strategize your plan, you have to systematically develop of these things, and down the level you will percolate this strategy, then only it will functions. So next point is that strategy is defined, so already it has done. Then what we have to do in subsequent stage? In subsequent stage, we will do strategy is determined. What will happen? Your procurement process may focus on driving cost out. You see that how this procurement process is driving cost out. What way it will be cost out driving for these things? You have to understand the sourcing supplies with favorable terms. Next, we will be negotiating quality improvements, that reduces waste activities. See, these two things, procurement process, force of driving out of cost. How does it mean this? You see that whenever you will be purchasing or planning to purchase something, you have to think that from where to purchase, which item to purchase. There are so many sources of your material. So sourcing of supplies with favorable terms, you have to bargain. See, same product may be in different cost in the market. You know the sourcing channel, then only you will be able to purchase at least cost and quality product, right? So that means you should have informations in your global market or so, from where you can purchase the right kind of raw material for your production process, and at the same time you have to negotiate quality improvements. You see that if you purchase the right quality, right kind of material, right cost, at the same time improve quality, you see that quality also is very vital, because your finished products, end products, what is coming, that is based upon your raw material only. If your raw material is standing in the market demand, or raw material is standing in such high quality level, then only your finished products will come in a good way, and cost reductions also will be there, and quality product also will come. So this is the basics of your strategy defining. Then only your sourcing part will be completed enough. After that, what we have to do? Your operation stage also, you can reduce 7 wastes. As we have value engineering, we have discussed for other ages. What are the wastes? Ultimately, all wastage reductions means your value additions. Next, your logistics may invest equipment to support removal of waste activities. You see, your logistic activities means your transportation system. So that transportation system, proper sufficient crane will be there, and your that material handling channel will be properly, unloading, storing, everything will be, that logistic process should be very fast and efficient, so that only your waste minimizations can be done. This is one point. After that, there also one point is coming, that thing, that is the who will be doing your this process. Your in the supply chain management, three ingredients or components are very much vital. Number one, your people. See, people means manpower. They are the right resource for your organizations. So you have to select the right people. Select the right people with right skill set. See, if you do not select the right people and give them trained properly with the right skill set, how you could expect that the better result will come from them? So definitely your production process, maybe your trained manpower is not there, wastage will be there. Any stage, if your manager also not efficient enough, your production manager or your sales manager or your marketing manager, then who will control your subordinate staff? And your subordinate staffs also not sufficient enough, trained enough, who will operate the down the level? So these are your right people. That is the important resource of your organizations. Number two, process. You see that process is very lengthy process. In this process, you have to operate in such a way your loss or wastages will not be there in process stage, right? How it is that thing? Here also same question is coming. Suppose your production process goes to P1, P2, P3. You see that if P2 stages some standstill is there, then P1 what functions, it has no value. At the same time P3 also stand idle unless until P2 passes the process to P3. So definitely there is a wastage, and this locking in that stages, and whatever your expectation, that will not perform. Now number C is very important, that is your system. What is that? Are your systems enables to the strategy or are being systems or are legacy systems holding you back? Very important. What does it mean? Are your systems enabled to the strategy or are legacy systems holding you back? What does it mean? See, your system should also functions properly. Then only everything will be smooth. Or otherwise this thing reverse process will follow. No. So that is the holding you back. So system should functions properly. Then only your everything will go. So in this situation, your supply chain management, right from your first step to last step, your people, process and system, be it your production process, be it your procurement process, be it your supply chain process or distribution chain, every places these three important resources should be there. Now we can sum up that all these processes. What are the supply chain management, these utilities or benefits? Because we have understood that what are the different stages, strategies, how it functions. Now you see that we can sum up this process. Number one, it is boosts customer service. How? Number one stages, right location, right delivery time, right after sale service. See, you understand that customer service boosting purpose, your location should be right enough. Your point, distribution point, that location, if it is not there, you cannot smooth delivery, cannot possible. Right delivery time, that we have given the example. Just now we want, immediate you have to get the material. Right after sale service, you know that your sales is not one time job. So whenever your material is going to your customers, you have to follow that material or that product is functioning well or not. Numbers two stages has that thing, your reduction of cost, that is also vital. Your decrease purchasing cost, right source of material, you have to understand, it will decrease production cost, production processes, all this wastage avoided, production cost also reduced. Number three, decrease to total supply chain cost. Total supply chain means right from production to distributions, all wastages, all inefficiencies or due time, this strategize these things, how these chain reactions from purchase to link up with your sales. This way your production cost will be reduced for this way, and all overall cost of production will be reduced. And ultimately what will happen? At the end of the day, it improves the financial position. See, any organization who is being the chief executive, he will not understand all those things, what you are doing, what is your production department doing, what is your marketing department doing, your finance department. He will call his the chief CFO, chief finance officers. He will ask that today how much my sale, how much my cost, how much my profit. So ultimately the three things they want. See, businessmen, they are in the industry, they will earn for only for money making only. They are not there for charity purpose. And alternatively, this profit also an yardstick to the sustainability of your industry. See, you are thinking other way around that the organization is making profit, this. Okay, but they are investing the money, they are giving the supply or services to the customers. Unless and until they do make the profit, what will be their sustainability of that organizations? That also you have to understand there. So, what is the improving of the financial positions of the organizations? Number one, increases profit leverages. Definitely waste is reduced means profit leverage will be there. Decrease fixed cost. See, if your distribution channel and storage, they thought that instead of 5 cranes, they can do with 2 cranes. Definitely they do have their fixed cost will be reduced, and at the same time their faster delivery will be there. So decrease in fixed cost will be there. Number 3, your increase cash flows. How that increase cash flows? Timely delivery means customer relations will be good, your recovery will be better, and your debtors will be not be unnecessarily blocked with them. So this is also a good point for that, no? So profit versus cash flow, that in other chapter we have discussed that thing. So simply profit is may not be the only yardstick of your business organization. You have to profit versus cash flow. You have to make a balance between the two. Then only you will be able to stay in the market. So today we have discussed in detail your supply chain management, and we'll be going for some other chapters in your strategic cost management subsequently for your CMA final level exam for that. So for regular way, I'll be repeating with the request for that. If you think that my discussion has some value, please do subscribe to my channel. This is a new channel. It needs to be developed with your support only. Another one point is that I have not been receiving any comments from your people who have been watching this channel or viewing it, because you are the ultimate give your reflections or your feedback. Unless otherwise I cannot get the feedback from your end, I will not be able to know that whether I am visible to you, whether my explanation supports you, whether all things are right point and right way I am explaining before you. So that's why please do comment, so that accordingly I will try to reply for the same. We will be ending the video here. Have a good day.